Have you ever wondered where Abraham's faith in God came from? We often call him the father of faith, but was he the first to worship the one true God? Or did his ancestors already know him? Before Abraham, there were generations of people who walked the earth, many of whom descended from Shem, the son of Noah. Did they continue to worship the God of their forefather, or did they turn away to idols? Welcome to the Bible Stories with Gian channel. In this episode of God Among All Peoples, we will explore the ancient world before Abraham and uncover traces of faith in the one true God. Stay with us on this incredible journey to rediscover the forgotten history of God's presence among the Semites. After the Great Flood, Noah and his family were the only people left on earth. Among his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah gave a special blessing to Shem. In Genesis 9:26, Noah declares, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem." This blessing was more than just words. It carried a powerful prophecy. It signified that God would reveal himself through Shem's descendants. And from his lineage would come the patriarchs of faith, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, leading to the birth of the nation of Israel. But before Abraham, did Shem's descendants remain faithful to this blessing? Shem's descendants became known as the Semites. They formed great civilizations, including the Elamites, Akkadians, Assyrians, Arameans, and Chaldeans. These people spread across the ancient world, building cities, establishing kingdoms, and developing unique cultures. However, over time, something changed. The nations began to forget the God of Shem. The further they moved from Noah's teachings, the more they were influenced by surrounding cultures. Instead of worshipping the Creator, many turned to idols and false gods. But was there still a remnant who remained faithful to the one true God? The Bible tells us in Genesis 11 that after the flood, people gathered in one place and attempted to build a massive tower, the Tower of Babel. Their goal? To make a name for themselves and reach the heavens. But God saw their pride and rebellion. He confused their language and scattered them across the earth. This event marked a major shift. Many Semitic peoples, once united in language and faith, were now divided. As they moved to new lands, their beliefs changed. They adopted foreign gods, practiced magic and sorcery, and drifted further from the worship of the true God. Yet there were still some who kept the faith alive. One of the most fascinating discoveries in history is that some Semitic groups held on to a belief in one supreme God. Among them were the Sabians, a mysterious people who lived in Arabia. They worshipped a deity they called Al-Maka, meaning the God who hears me. This name is strikingly similar to how the Bible describes the God of Abraham. He is the God who listens, the one who hears the cries of his people. Could it be that these ancient Semites, despite their eventual drift into idolatry, still retained a memory of the true God? Even in the darkness of paganism, the light of God's truth never completely disappeared. The Bible tells us that Abraham's father, Terah, lived in Ur of the Chaldeans. According to Joshua 24:2, Terah and his ancestors worshipped other gods. This raises an interesting question. Was Terah an idolater, or did he still have some knowledge of the true God? Some scholars believe that Terah may have originally followed the ancient Semitic faith before being influenced by the culture of Ur, which was filled with idol worship. Others suggest that God's call to Abraham might have first come through his father, who had a distant but fading knowledge of the Creator. Despite his background, Abraham made a bold choice. When God called him, he left behind the idols of his homeland and followed the voice of the true God. This decision would change history forever. Even though Abraham is recognized as the father of faith, the Bible suggests that others before him also knew God. For example, Abraham's relatives, the Arameans, had some knowledge of the true God. When Abraham's servant went to find a wife for Isaac, he met Rebekah, who came from this family. Her words and actions showed a deep reverence for God, proving that belief in the Almighty had not completely vanished. Similarly, Job, one of the most faithful men in the Bible, was likely an Edomite, a descendant of Esau. His story, filled with trials and divine encounters, proves that faith in the true God was present beyond just the Israelites. Throughout history, the knowledge of the one true God has never been completely lost. Even as people drifted into idolatry, God always preserved a remnant who knew Him. From Noah to Shem, from the Semites to Abraham, and even among non-Israelite peoples like Job and Jethro, God was always at work. His presence could be seen across different nations, reaching people in ways we may not fully understand. As we explore the history of God's presence among all peoples, we see a beautiful truth. God has never stopped reaching out to humanity. This is just the first episode of our series, God Among All Peoples. In the next episode, we will explore the God of the Hamites and uncover the spiritual history of another branch of Noah's family. If you found this video inspiring, leave a like, comment, and share it with others who love learning about biblical history. Let's continue this journey together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. God bless you all.